Hey, man, I'm here with the guys from Three Parts Dead. And, guys, welcome to Behind the Bands and the Army Rock Show.
Thanks.
It's good. First of all, I guess just introduce yourselves and what you do in the band.
I'm Mike. I sing and I play a little bit of the old guitar.
Fitz, I play lead guitar.
So we had you on the show back in February,
Yes,
I think
sir.
it was, and there's a lot been going on, I think, since then. You guys tour, that was the first question I want to ask you. Your tours are kind of dotted all over the place. I noticed you're out in L.A., and then you're back in...
We keep getting all these great opportunities to, the Whiskey will be like, hey, you want to open for so-and-so? And we're like, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. So then we'll set up a few dates out there, but a lot of the times we get these cool opportunities like a month or two out, and so there's not enough time to set up a full run of dates, so we just cram whatever we can into a weekend, fly out, do the shows, and shoot back.
Speaking about the Whiskey, man, tell folks about their shows. I saw a couple. I know you've opened for Kicks out there, and I saw, I think Rat too, wasn't it, or Stephen Piercy at least?
We did. We did. Our first show at the Whiskey was New Year's Eve this past year, opening for Kicks, and New Year's Eve at the Whiskey. That was obviously pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was good.
And so I literally as soon as we got off stage that night, they started asking for us to come back. They wanted us to come back in that was New Year's Eve, so January. They wanted us to come back in February and open for Jake Ely or someone.
Yeah.
We don't mind flying out for New Year's Eve. It was a little silly to fly out the next month, but so they kept asking us back, and when they originally booked Slaughter to be on the bill, and it was Slaughter's first show in Hollywood in 20 odd years, so we were like, all right, well, yeah, we'll fly out for that one.
Yeah.
And then a month before the date, they switched over to Steve Piercy from Rat.
Oh.
Which still pretty cool.
Still cool, though.
Yeah.
I had a chance to see Steve, and he did a cool job. So
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen him with Rat a bunch of times, and it's been hit or miss.
Yeah.
By far and away the best I've ever heard him sound.
We had the same experience with him. I guess it was a couple months ago. We were kind of a little leery going into it, and he did a nice job. Yeah. So definitely cool.
Great.
So, hey, you got some big dates coming up. It looks like here now, talking about all the dotting around you're doing. You're going back out to Arizona. It looks like you got a big show out there, right?
Yeah.
Yep. We're doing Sebastian Bach in Arizona.
See, I'm quizzing you. I didn't make you bring the calendar.
Yeah, let me check my phone. We're really excited about that one. We're all obviously big Sebastian Bach and Skid Row fans, and we've played with Skid Row before with I can't remember his name singing for him.
I can't either.
And that that's always been awesome, and so now we get to play with Bach, and that's wicked cool. And I've heard nothing but good things about him. So.
Now, you guys have the EP out. It's a very cool EP. I've been playing it on the show quite a bit. Are you working on a full-length album, or are you working on another EP? Now I know a lot of times people just put out EPs now in the modern business sense.
I think right now we're still writing a lot, so we want to get that full album out with the material that we have in the EP, plus probably 5 or 10 tracks that we got in the wings right now. But we're still writing. So
I think the game plan has always been, because we put the EP out literally. A month after we put the band together, we cranked out the tunes, went straight into the studio, did it all live in 3 days, and just pressed the record. So we've been playing all these shows on the strength of the EP, which is we've made some pretty decent headway. I think we've got some momentum. So now we want to, again, like Fitz was saying, we want to take that EP, roll it into a full album. And now that there's a little more attention for us, and there's some people out there who are actually listening to us. We're old school guys. We like albums.
Speaking of old school, I was trying to describe you guys to somebody yesterday, and I thought it was more, and I don't get mad at me. I put you in more in a glam sleaze kind of vibe in a lot of ways. Does that sound like something you would think is a fair assessment of who you are?
We love all those bands, and that's the problem when you're gonna play like that no matter what, and especially the Guns N' Roses vibe that we got on a lot of our stuff. Plus, the more melodic kind of things, so Faster Pussycat and stuff. The bands that was
one of the ones I thought of.
We get compared to them quite a bit, and I think it's a fair comparison.
I've heard everything running from those guys to some of the more modern acts to whomever. It's all a compliment. They've all sold way more records than we have, so they're doing something right. We're happy to be in the same boat. That's all good.
Now, if people are looking at this and they recognize you guys And they think, were they in Pretty Little Suicide? The answer would be yes. So, but how is this band different from that band?
So speaking of sleaze, glam, whatever, PLS was very firmly in the like glam rock camp. It's right off the bat, we almost never or don't at all wear like the eyeliner and the nail polish, and no one's teasing their hair anymore. So aesthetically, there's a huge departure there, and sonically, I think we're a much heavier band. I sing with a lot more rasp than Paul originally did, and Ed had some rasp to his voice, but he was still a more elegant singer, I guess. I don't actually know how to sing, so I just kind of throw shit at the wall, see what sticks.
Well, you're being humble, because I've heard the EP and you do know how to sing. But
thank you very much.
With your guys' style, and as much as you already travel now, have you considered going over to Europe at all and trying to book some shows over there? Because I just see you guys taking off over there.
Absolutely. We were talking amongst ourselves earlier about the Monsters of Rock stuff, and we met a promoter from over in the UK who wants to put some dates together for us, and from the PLS days playing at Rocklahoma, we're good friends with like the Gypsy Pistoleros, and they've been talking for years about getting us out there. So it's definitely on the list of things to do. The ever-growing list.
Kind of a cool little 2 nights tour here. I noticed you inside. I got the Mach 22 gear on. I noticed you talking to those guys in there. Tell us about last night's show and tonight's show. And
so we know Delacoma from when he was with Sunset Riot, playing with them out at Rocklahoma. I've been friends with Del for years, and when his band came through Boston, they were crashing with us. So we're good pals with those guys. And we know Mach 22 from, when they've played in Boston. We've played with them before. They're always cool guys. And our bassist has played in a band with one of their guys. And so we're all friendly. And they were like, hey, we're putting these shows together. Do you want to hop on? So we did Philadelphia last night at Dobbs, which was awesome.
Yeah, it's cranking.
It's just such a tiny, packed, loud room.
It is. Yeah. That's a very well
nice
described.
little sweat box. So that was a blast. It's just such a cool joint. And it's nice to be on a bill with bands that you actually A, want to listen to, and B, like to hang out with.
And for you guys, it seems like to be in the same town and part of the country for 2 nights in a row.
Yeah,
from what I can see.
Oh, this is a nice little.
Amazing.
It's almost a string of dates.
So, where's the best place for people to go to find your guys' music and look you up?
3partsdead.com is a good start. 3, the number 3. We can't spell it out.
No.
There's a book. 3partsdead.com is a great place. We're on the old Facebook pretty regularly. We got the Twitter and all that stuff as well. Yeah. It's all Facebook/3partsdead.
Now I can find the EP out there as well. Now I didn't notice a music video yet. Have you talked about a music video at all and considered? I know you're new, but
mid production right now. It's like half shot.
What does that mean?
It means we got a bunch of footage and we're working with a guy.
We hired our director and set the script and started filming the music video up just about a year ago.
Yeah, and then you do other stuff.
And so we filmed. Yeah, we filmed about half of it, and it's still on the to-do list.
Yeah.
So there is a preview trailer out there for the music video that you can find. The rest of it will be coming
very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Hey, I forgot to ask you this too. I noticed with your music, you can kind of play with a lot of different bands. It seems like you could almost cross over into playing with some punk bands. You could cross into some metal bands. Who do you feel more comfortable with any one genre, or are you guys just, we're going to play wherever? I mean,
for us, I think play wherever. I think certainly from a crowd appreciation standpoint, we tend to go over really well with the more rock crowds. If it's a really metal crowd, we're not quite metal enough for the really metal crowds. We're not quite punk enough for the really punk crowds. So they like us, but the rock crowds they eat us up.
Well, hey, man, it's good to see you guys. It's good to finally meet you all in person, by the way. I know we've talked on the show before and all, so hey, best of luck tonight and out with wherever you're traveling to, out to Arizona with Sebastian Bach and the other big shows you guys got coming up. So thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Good to meet you guys.
Pleasure.